the beginning of the video, it felt like, okay, these are basic things you get on the internet, especially when it comes to much bicycle and the weather condition. Going further, it feels like we need to ask more questions. The further she went, the more I realized, okay, we don't really know much in depth about Netherlands.
Hi guys.
So we've actually been checking out some videos from Netherlands, and we feel like Netherlands is that perfect country anybody wants to be in. So when we saw this video, the Netherlands is the worst country in Europe. Yes, why? We are baffled. We just want to check it out and say, okay, this person reason why Netherlands is worse. But so far, the things we've been seeing has been really amazing. The performance of Netherlands has been there, and I'm just curious to know why.
It's hard for me to believe, actually.
It's
hard.
Netherlands is the worst.
Hello, fellow travelers. Today, I'm going to tell you about a country that I didn't like. Officially, it is named the Netherlands, but my experience was specifically in the Holland region, in the city of Amsterdam. The country of Holland is full of attractive people. Many people would like to move there to find love, because the Dutch are very good-looking people. People claim that there are jobs there, and that it's a very special country. I found out about this country online. When I arrived in this country with my son, the very first day was snowy. I stayed at Schiphol Airport for the...
I'm so sorry, but if the very first day is snowing, is nature taking its course?
Well, I don't think...
It's the timing you came, it's the weather. You don't expect to come in a, for instance, over here, you don't expect to come in a dry season and expect rain to be falling. You expect to come in winter and expect sun to be shining. It's the time you came. So that's crazy, man.
First night, because we landed late and security personnel mistreated us and were racist towards us. Most people spoke Dutch, which is a very hard language to learn. Some people also spoke English as a secondary language.
I get it, what you say. It's just like going to Germany and expect everybody to be speaking English. Europe has different languages.
Yeah.
Like diverse languages. There are a lot of language in Europe. So coming to Netherlands, even when we checked out in Netherlands, we also saw that Dutch is one of their prominent speaking language. And although English is well spoken there, but you should know that, okay, Dutch is universal in Netherlands because that's their land, that's their country.
I actually tend to believe that whenever you go to a new place, there is going to be that small mistreatment. Believe it or not. Not about racism. I'm talking about the aspect that maybe this is not the way you expect you have been treated in your country. Maybe there is a way you people do things there. You don't expect it to be done
like
that way.
Yeah. So you feel like, why is this different? And you feel like, okay.
Now, I'm going to give you a very simple example, right? Over here, right, there is a way people normally get things done, which is by bribing their way through. Now, when you go over to another country and then you try to bribe your way and you get arrested, you won't say they're being racist.
Yeah.
Because legally, you are doing something illegal.
But over here is
a norm.
It's normal. Just.
Do you understand? So that's why I said when you go to a new place, I believe there should be that time to adjust. Now, I don't know about the racism that she talked about, so I'm not going to defend that. But in terms of treatment, you are supposed to see changes. It is universal. Yeah, it's normal.
But it was broken English, therefore it was very hard to communicate with them. I struggled as the airport was the first encounter I ever had with the Dutch. The next day I went to my hotel, which by the way was very expensive.
Really?
I did not find any cheap hotels to stay at within the city of Amsterdam. I spent too much money. After staying 2 months in Amsterdam, I suffered so much. I wanted to leave, and I ended up completely broke. It was freezing there. There was too much snow and many bicycles everywhere because the Dutch...
Sorry, I just be chuckled on that. Do you know the funny thing? I feel like before you go to any country, right, you have to do your research.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have to. And especially when it comes to timing, as for we're Africans, the weather here, we are used to hot weather. So I don't expect to travel during the winter in any country because I'm not used to that kind of coldness you get. Yes. So I can't expect to go there when it's winter time and I'm complaining. I didn't do my study, I didn't do my research properly. And for bikes, you guys, if there's one thing I know of the Netherlands people,
either they love their
love bikes. Even there's a video we checked the education system in Netherlands. We went to understand that in 2 years of a child's life, like it's taken out to teach them traffic and all those, because of they
Biking.
do more on biking and all of those things. So why is she complaining about that? This is the nature of, what do you have to say?
Well, the only place I'm going to talk about, like I said, whenever you go to a new place, you are bound to experience changes. And like you said, you need to research. You understand? Your research makes you want to know, oh, is this a place I want to be in? Now, secondly, I'm talking about the expense of the hotel, right? The question is, what are the services the hotel renders? You understand? Then equate it with the amount you are paying, and then know when if it is expensive, right? Because I believe that in every country there is always an expensive hotel and there is a cheap hotel. So the question is, based on the language barrier, you understand, you might find it difficult finding
a cheaper
one.
And you need a local to actually tell you, because there's a video we check on food and she was like, you need a local to let you know
where
so you don't
where
just go
to
to all
buy
those
food.
high end and you don't get the quality of what you want, and
so
it's
things like that. So
we've been passing so much.
So sorry.
Culture involves riding a bike everywhere. Since the country is little,
cool.
the Netherlands being a car-free country, there are not many cars around. As I said earlier, the Dutch are very attractive people physically, but they are very cold and they will not socialize with you.
Really?
They will never talk to you out of the blue. Instead, they just show you a fake smile.
How did I
The fact that they constantly said, "Hello, hello," annoyed me so much, and I didn't like it at all. That's how they communicate, so you move out of their way, because they are commuting through the city using bicycles. There are also railways for cable cars on the streets, with the buses and cars and bikes. All of them using the same roads. I found it quite unorganized. It is a very small city, beautiful and old-fashioned, but it is full of canals and rivers, which I didn't like. I suffered so much. I became depressed since I spent so much money. I never even found a job to sustain myself, and I've been ripped off by 2 Dutch employment agencies. Because they demand you meet so many requirements to work, and it's a very closed country, you can't work or have access to basic services as a foreigner. If you are an American, I guess the same principles applies to any non-European foreigner. You have 0 possibilities of working in the Netherlands. I lived in Amsterdam, and after...
what is the work, like, what are the requirements she's talking about?
Yeah.
Do you have to be fluent with Dutch language? Do you have to have some certain certifications? Those things need to be put into considerations, and but for the it feels like I'm defending the Netherlands, but just it feels like that. Right. But I understand that. I think she has a fairy tale mindset or dream regarding Netherlands.
I won't actually, dismiss her basis, because that's her own opinion.
Yeah, it is.
You understand? But at the same time, we are also speaking from, the various research we have done so far. And, I'm going to come on the aspect of, the river canals that she talked about. A lot of things that we feel and we know it makes the Netherlands one of the best places to ever visit in the world.
Netherlands did a lot of land reclamation, so you know that they are above sea level.
So in that aspect of canal, right, I believe that, like I said, proper researching will tell you that, these people have a lot of canal. Because when you go to these travel guides, you see stuff like that. You understand? So I believe that is a common
I feel
knowledge.
like she just woke up and said, I want to go to the Netherlands.
Then the question is, why did you move to the Netherlands?
If you've not done a lot of research.
Exactly.
Even moving there, you should have maybe one local non-contact. Maybe from online chats.
I think the only thing I cannot defend is their work system. I think the only thing we know about their work system so far is the fact that they work 4 days in a week.
And it's quite flexible compared to the work system.
But the requirements for that, we've not actually checked it out, so we can't really say anything on it. But really, is it hard for foreigners to find work
in Netherlands?
Because then we that have hopes and aspiration of coming there.
Please, we need answers to that.
There is nothing left for us. Let's also not forget that the Dutch are stingy and greedy.
Really?
In most cases, they will not give you a handout if you're in need.
Are you serious?
Some people point out the greatness of the welfare that citizens of the European Union can benefit from, but that was not so great, because I've met many people from Europe who still had nothing while there, as they spent all their money in that country, and especially in the city of Amsterdam.
Wow.
They read on the internet that it is supposed to be the best country and that there are plenty of opportunities. But it's not true. Forget about going there if you don't have any money, because if you're unlucky and end up homeless, you can't even exist there. The police...
Wait a minute. Are there homeless people in Netherlands? I think that's one of the questions I've not asked so far. Are there homeless people there?
This is the first time I'm actually hearing about
homeless people in Netherlands.
So
there are homeless people everywhere, come to think of it. But are they, like, what is the population rate density there?
will arrest you and fine you if they see you sleeping on the streets.
Oh.
I met a girl from Germany, and she had a tough life in the Netherlands. She had trouble saving up money working at bars and hotels. Even with 2 jobs, she was not able to save enough money to survive.
Is that
Really?
expensive?
It is very hard because the system is made to benefit older people. Older people's wages are way higher than young people's. It's a system where the older you get, the more you get paid. The most important thing you need to know before moving to the Netherlands is to bring a lot of money with you, because you are going to spend a lot on hotels and going out. This is especially true in Amsterdam, which is a very small city. You could literally walk across the city in 1.5 hours.
Is that small?
Also, consider in winter it is very cold, very windy, very snowy, and in Amsterdam, there are not many places to sit. There aren't big shopping centers to go shopping. The only places to go are McDonald's and Burger King, which are places most people gather and drink. In reality, this country isn't that great. There are too many drugs. On the weekends, teenagers get high, get drunk, and there's also a lot of legal and illegal prostitution. To be honest,
Wow.
I didn't find it was the best country in the world, as the internet claims.
I am highly speechless.
Yeah, I
right now.
am. The beginning of the video, it felt like, okay, these are basic things you get on the internet, like, okay, especially when it comes to much bicycle and the weather condition there, you understand?
Yeah.
But going further, it feels like, okay, we need to ask more questions, you know, because I think the further she went, the more I realized, okay, we don't really know much in depth about, Netherlands, and we truly want to know the employment rate there. I would love to check the employment rate. We know the literacy rate in Netherlands is very high. And as when we checked out that video, I was like, okay, then the employment rate should be, high as well. But seeing that older people get more wages than younger people.
I don't really know how that works, and it is really baffling because I felt like you're supposed to get more paid when you are younger because you get to work more. And you get to provide more energetic vibes to the, industry. But, it's still very good that, the older you get, the more you get paid. And do the older people get benefits, like, after retirement and all that? But that's aside the point. Like, what is the, average monthly income
Earning,
of a Netherlands person?
What is the hourly earning?
Exactly. And what is the monthly kind of, expenditure? Things like, light bills,
water
bills,
food,
tax, accommodation, so that we can now know. I think with that we can be able to now deduct is the Dutch work system or life this thing very expensive or is on the average. But without having this information, we can't make a decisive decision or review on that. So I think that's my honest review.
This video is very personal to us because we love Dutch,
exactly.
and we are thinking of doing 1 or 2, going to Dutch one day.
Exactly.
So we really need all of this information down in the comment section, and I will be checking more videos like this, especially when it comes to work life, And so far, when she talks about prostitution, it's legal and illegal.
Is there a legal
P? Yeah.
Wow.
There's a lot to uncover though. There's a lot to uncover.
Whole lot.
Let me know what you think about this video down in the comment section. And this was our honest opinion on it. And the beginning of the video felt like I was siding with the Netherlands, but it was just based on what I've seen so far. And I feel like anybody going to any country should do their research, and so you won't be caught by surprise as she was in the video. So let me know what you think about this down in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and